Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick GOW4 XP boosting leveling video. I'm going to show you how I'm going to level up myself, just have some fun, and an easy solo mode. I'm going to be doing this on normal. I also have some of my other characters in here and they're going to be able to get some XP while I'm giving myself some XP as well. So it allows me to basically give XP to all three of my characters, and I'm trying to level up I have a low level scout character, which I'm trying to XP boost, but you can do the solo, you know, as well. I mean, you know, it's pretty fun just doing it by yourself, and you get a lot of XP and able to level yourself up quite easily. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we're on Juvi Madness. You get different Horde modes. You can go through the different Horde modes. But the Juvi Madness is the one that we're going to do. It's an easy mode to do. It's easy to deal with Juvis. You can just melee them if you have a decent card, and you can get a bunch of XP by doing that. Okay, so don't forget to turn that on. We're going to do normal. I'm going to choose the blood drive map just because there's a bunch of corridors and stuff I can run around if I need to. If you're low level, you might want to use that. But any map will do. I think the more space you have, the more sort of areas you can kind of confuse the swarm. Then you might want to choose a map from that. I mean, like I said, there's plenty of maps to kind of deal. Dam's pretty big. You can run around for quite a lot of space and areas. Fallout's pretty good. You can jump through windows and things and kind of get the various bosses stuck. And it's probably not a bad map. And War Machine as well is pretty good. Security as well. You can kill some Juvis on the security wires. It doesn't really kill too many, so it's generally not worth it. But it's a nice small map, so you don't have to run around. And there are some back areas that you can kind of run around and get them confused, right? So anyway, let's talk about the cards quickly. I'm running as a scout, which obviously has the additional health and strength buff. But if you're trying to level up a different class, then obviously choose that, and it's going to be a lot harder. Obviously, if you're trying to do something else, you might have to do casual in that case, and then you might just die quite often, right? So that's kind of the scout is the one that has the most strength, right? So we're going to do brawler. As I said, that's the most. The card that you can use the most. We're going to do health regeneration boost. I got that at level 5. I got health boost at level 6. I got shotgun damage at level 6. That'll help with the bosses. Not really for the Juvis. We'll just melee most of the Juvis and tracker balls. And then rage gives you 25% melee and shotgun damage. And we're going to do a kills 25,000 bounty. If you are doing this with friends, you might want to, I mean, there's a lot of enemies, so I mean, if you are doing this with friends, you know, you could easily each kill 200 enemies if you have a friend. Probably two, I would probably do 3 friends, but two will probably easily have enough enemies for all of you guys. Or just do the waves 1 to 20 as well, you'll get 15,000 XP. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Just choose your thing, choose normal, choose casual. You can go hardcore or insane if you want. With insane and hardcore, the tracker balls will probably kill you if you don't really care about that. It doesn't really matter too much if you're playing private horde anyway. You know, you just have to restart. It's just a time thing more than anything else. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to show you where, for the new people that aren't familiar with with blood drive. I'll show you kind of the different corridors you can run through before I drop the fabricator, and then I'll show you where I'm going to drop the fabricator. It's going to be in the diner spawn area, just in the doorway. So if you get something like pouncers, then you know it stops them and gives you a bit of breathing room, and you can just kill the Juvis and then deal with the pouncers once you've done with that, right? Once you're done with the Juvis, you can deal with the pouncers one at a time. Pouncers do sometimes spawn in the room, but you'll get other bosses like sentinels as well, which you can again generally stay outside most of the time, and you can kind of corner them as well. They're not too hard. And with those cards, I'm pretty much unkillable until the later waves, until you get to sort of 17, 18, 19, and if you get too many tracker balls, they will likely kill you. But you can kind of manage that in a way. Jump around, run around to avoid that, and then yeah, I mean, you could actually get killed, not a big deal. Like I said, in the most part, you are unkillable with the cards I have at the moment. And as long as you're paying attention, then you're fine. If you are a low level, you'll probably die a lot more often. But again, maybe just run around and manage that. Okay, so let's start off with, this room's pretty useful. Yeah, if you trap a Senator, I forget how to say her name, and yeah, you can kind of corner them in there and take them out fairly easy. You have these corridors. Again, if you want to give yourself some breathing room, you can run along these corridors. Again, mostly for low levels. We won't need them at my level. I'll stay at the diner spawn, but yeah, you could run around. It's probably more, it might be more fun to run around than staying in one place. But again, the idea is just to XP boost. Okay, and then in the morgue side here, we have these rooms here. You can kind of hide in and keep some room to yourself. You can come through here. You can jump out the windows, things like that, if you need to. Okay, so let me show you where I'm going to drop the fabricator. You have the ammo spawns, which is just down here. You get 2 ammo spawns. And you will need to refill, and then you got the other ammo over there. There's no point building barriers or sentries at all, because the Juvis will just destroy them in seconds. So they could provide you a little bit of relief, but literally 5 seconds. They just don't last long on this Horde mode. Even if you're an engineer, right? Okay, so we're going to just drop it right in the doorway, yeah. And again, this is really for the pouncers more than anything else. And if you drop it right here, anyway, yeah, it should do. Okay, you want to make sure that you can pick a side, which one you want to go through. So just kind of move it in until... So this will stop like some of the bosses and pouncers from coming in. So again, if you turn the fabricator around, you can kind of force that. So let me just show you if you wanted to force that around. Again, depends which way. You want to have the back towards the side you want to block. And as you can see, you can do it there and just kind of... Okay, we'll leave that for now. We'll just place it in a second. And if you stay near the fabricator, yeah, you know, the energy will just go into the fabricator. Right, so you'll see later on how that becomes a bit more useful. And try and deposit the energy before the wave ends, because then you get the additional points, which helps all the XP and the ribbons and things like that. Okay, so you'll see I've got a bunch of ribbons there, and this is just wave 1. So I'm just going to go to wave 10 until I get I'll get the kills 2 bounty probably by wave 8, 7 or 8, I guess. But you can go obviously you can do all 25 waves if you like. If you are playing friends that have the 20 bounty, you want to probably at least go to wave 20. Okay, so we're going to leave it there, and as you can see, we'll block some bosses later on. They might, if we do get the pouncers, you'll see how useful that becomes. But that's about it for the fabricator. That's all you're going to need to do. And if you stand right next to the fabricator, yeah, you'll see how they actually, like I said, later on you'll see the tracker boards do kind of overwhelm you a little bit. But you'll notice how many ribbons you can actually kill multiple Juvis, you can get additional ribbons, and all of that contributes to, you know, helping you level up. You do get a boss wave. Every 5 waves, you'll get a boss wave on this one. Just typical for you know, the shorter horde runs. Any 25 waves. I think they all typically give you bosses on wave 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 versus every 10 waves on a regular horde. Okay, look for grenades and things like that, just to kind of, you know, we will open these boxes a bit later, just we'll leave them for the moment. They will give us probably some grenades or some additional weapons that we might be able to use. Hopefully more grenades than anything else. So as you can see, I'm getting sort of like quad ribbons here. And as you can see, I haven't been even close to being killed, even though there's quite a lot of enemies. You'll see that she'll change a little bit later, but for the moment, for the first 15 waves, you don't have to worry about that at my level. So I'm just going to get the energy here quick. So I think I earned around at least 100,000 XP by the end of sort of wave 20. So I mean, you can do pretty well, like I said. Okay, so I'm seeing some grenades here. Just grab these grenades. Okay, good bonus drops here because we finished the wave. So look for the bonus objectives. You typically, if you hit your right bump on the Xbox, you'll be able to see what those bonuses are when they come up. I'll see if I can remember to show you that a bit later. So you do get bonuses, and they'll be a little bit, they'll add a little bit to the fun, and they might be useful. If you get drop shots and things like that, will help you kill the bosses a little bit quicker, right? Okay, so next wave is going to be a boss wave. So we'll see which bosses we get. They do randomly come, so you don't get one or the other, I don't think. My guess will probably be Sentinels. Maybe there is a logic behind that. Maybe you get Sentinels first, and then you get Pouncers. I think I've only seen Sentinels and Pouncers, to be honest. Oh, there we go. My mistake. I didn't think these guys would. Now, these guys are fairly easy to kill. So don't worry too much about the bosses. And again, if they do overwhelm you, just run around, just take out one boss at a time. These guys are slow moving. They can be dealt with fairly quickly. And that's where your shotgun damage will come into be useful. But again, you can melee them without too many problems. Let me show you that here quickly. So I mean, I just took 2 or 3 shots there, and we could mail them quite easily. Oh, did he just? Oh, I thought he killed himself. That'd be funny. So if you get too many of these guys together, they might be able to take you out. Again, if you're low level, keep your distance. I mean, these guys can be dealt with. Let me show you if these guys. Let me see if these guys actually get stuck up here. They might be smart enough and walk around. I think most of the time they will get stuck here. They aren't the smartest of the bunch. And I'm not sure they can. I mean, I'm trying to think if they can actually fit through here. We know if you do a regular Horde mode, the carrier, there's no way to block the carrier. The carrier is impossible to block. If anyone knows how to block a carrier somewhere on a specific map, let me know. I'd love to know how to deal with that guy. Even on War Machine, he just walks straight over the Fabricator. If you put the Fabricator here, you can block the Snatcher, which is great. So you can deal with the Snatcher, just kill yourself when the carrier comes so it doesn't destroy everything if you are doing a regular Horde. You used to be able to block the carrier. I think they patched it. And they just weren't or didn't do a good job on the Snatcher. See, as the boss gets stuck there, so if you are at low level, you can basically, I'm not sure how useful that is, but you can kind of sit here and just slowly take out the bosses if you need to. And just like the pouncers, you could kind of just sit here and just take them out one at a time. Okay, so we should see an XP and how many credits we got. We should probably get around 100 credits, 115. And all my characters get 115 at the same time, even though they didn't kill a single enemy, which is kind of nice. So if you are playing with friends, or you just want to kind of help your friends level up or give them some additional credits, this is a decent way to try to do that. I mean, it's not a lot of credits, but you know, you do 5 waves or 25 waves rather, and you know that's 500 credits there, right, for doing nothing. If I look at my bounty, I've already killed 98. It doesn't take you too long. I think a run probably takes you about half an hour to 45 minutes, depending on how many enemies. The more players you have in the game, the more enemies you get. So if you're just doing the solo by yourself, then you know you should be able to get through that fairly quickly. But of course, the less enemies, the less XP as well, right? So there's kind of benefits and. Oh. Yeah, you just got to be careful with the grenades. They will kill you if you get too close to your own grenades. So get them to clump up like this because you are getting more ribbons, right? So the more you can get them to kind of get in a group, you can kill more and get the quad and the double ribbons. Okay, I need 2 more waves and then we're going to end the video. Just until I get my bounty. So I've got 60 more enemies to kill, so I'll wait until I get my bounty. It might take a little bit longer than that, but I think I should be able to get it in the next 2 waves. I'll build some barriers and some sentries in the next round, and I'll just show you how quick those things get destroyed. I guess if you are building stuff, then, you know, at least you using that energy, maybe getting a little bit more XP by collecting that energy. So it might be useful to maybe build weapon lockers or maybe, I mean, sentries, whatever you can afford, right? Whatever's quick and easy. I love kicking these guys. Again, just remember to put that energy back in there before the wave ends. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to build some barriers right quick. And let's build a sentry as well.
No matter how much shit they throw at us.
See, I mean, I mean, they just destroyed those barriers. Like I said, they don't even last that long. That was like 2 seconds, if that, right? These Jews just destroy them, and yeah, it's probably not even worth the worth the time. It's pretty crazy. So even if you had an engineer, yeah, there's no way you'll be able to keep up. Even if you had a scout and an engineer, you might be able to block the room temporary, but as soon as a Juvi makes it in that room, you're done. Pretty much. So you're better off just doing a couple of scouts than anything else. A sniper with a level 6 core shot might do okay, you know, by just shooting them, meleeing them as well. But it probably wouldn't last too long. Okay, so there we go at wave 9. I got my bounty, 200 kills. So at this point, if you are playing multiple characters and trying to live up another character, you can switch characters and just, you know, do the kills bounty in the second one and just go up to wave 20. Or until you get the additional enemies, and you still have a backup scout. Maybe, right? Okay, let's go put that energy back. Okay, so we'll do one more boss wave, and then we'll call it. And then you basically can rinse and repeat. Just reset your bounty and do it again. It's kind of fun in a way. It does. I probably couldn't do too many of these, but it is kind of fun. You know, you don't have the frustration of other players. You know, just not doing the job. A lot of players just either don't care or just don't know how to play the game. It's just mind-blowing. You know, we have classes. The one thing nice about GOW4 is we have classes, right? And, you know, you just want people to play their classes, right? If you're a scout, collect energy. If you know, engineer, build. I mean, and especially the lower level, if you do normal, casual, people just don't care at all, just don't know how to play. And I think a lot of it is non-English speaking people. They just don't understand the game, right? I can understand if you're a brand new player to the game, it's kind of difficult to understand the classes. But when you see high level players who have their wings, they know exactly how to play. And they just, you know, people like collecting energy. They think it gives them, I guess, XP. I'm not sure it does. Maybe someone can confirm that. But I don't think if you are not the scout that there's any benefit to actually collecting energy. Like you could build stuff. I mean, I think the only benefit is if you collect them and you start building stuff. Okay, so there's our sentinels, I think. Sentinels. Okay, so I'll show you how we're going to deal with those. You can just shotgun them in the most cases. You can throw grenades at them. Okay, so if you get them in the room, like this guy, you can actually get them. If you can get him to stay in there, you can actually destroy him pretty quick. And you can see, even with multiple ones shooting at you, even with the missiles, they don't destroy you. Now on insane and hardcore, more than likely they will take you out, right? But on normal and casual, again, depending on your level, you shouldn't have a problem. Yeah, he's not even doing any damage. So I still have some. So yeah, deal with the Juvies first, and then you can deal with the bosses afterwards. I don't think I've ever seen one in that corner, but... Okay, so let's go open some of those bonus boxes we got, and let's see what we actually, if any of that's useful. If we've got grenades, it'll be a little bit of use. Let's see what presents, since we're not going to really need them. Okay, so we got some grenades there. So these are useful. You can throw these at the sentinels. Okay, so you can see they'll take them out quite quickly. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, you got some drop shots there. Okay, so let's take some drop shots. You don't really need to use them to take out that, but I mean they are useful. I can actually get him. Okay. Okay, so we should see how much XP and credits we got here. This is just wave 10. Of course, the more you go, the more credits you get, right? But my bounty is complete, so you might as well just do 10 waves and then be done with it. So 127, 60,007 XP. So there you go, 113,000 XP for a quick, easy run, which isn't bad, right? Okay, I'm gonna call it for the video. If you like the video, hit like and then consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I do make Gears of War videos now and then. I mostly make Fallout videos. I don't really play too much Gears of War, but I do play it now and then. I don't think I'll do Gears 5. It's just they've ruined Horde Mode, and I'm really a Horde player. I don't really play the other modes. So I do enjoy the classes, and Gears 4 is pretty fun to do, and I really don't want to have to level up a bunch of new characters and spend a whole crazy amount of time trying to level up characters. It does take a long time to level up each class. It's a tedious process. Not something I want to restart or have time to do, to be honest. But since I've got these levels and I might as well take use of them. And Gears 4 is pretty fun in every way compared to Gears 5, I read. If you've never played a Gears game and you start with Gears 5, you might enjoy Gears 5 more. But if you start with Gears 3 or Gears 2, I see players all the time saying those are the best Gears for them. And more than likely because they started with those ones. So it really depends which one you start with. I really enjoy Gears 4 myself. I like the classes and the challenges. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.